One of the fathers told you, God didn't ask us to build churches. Why are you looking at me like that?
Don't break the table, obviously.
Not only break, I will burn it to ashes.
The Ark Project is the largest church sanctuary facility on the earth today, sir.
Did God send you to be building church? Those are sacred things. It's people building we are called to do. Let's get back on our track.
After they have built many, even some were built out of competition. Me, I will build 50,000. Me, my own is 100,000. My own is 120,000.
The craze for mega churches by mostly African preachers are causing more havoc than good. Whilst having a large number of believers who are truly discipled and nurtured well in God's word is commendable, it appears today's mega churches only focus on gathering crowd, and whether these people are growing spiritually or not, it doesn't matter to most of them, and that's antagonistic and a deviation from the apostolic modus operandi of a local church. And for many years now, this has been something Dr. Abel Damina has been talking about, and yet many preachers see him as a failure. In fact, the Bishop Oyedepo clan felt really bad when Exudia TV made a video like this some few months ago.
Why this gigantic building that's coming on is part of God's end time agenda.
For many people today, the word church is a building. That's why people will spend a lot of money to build a physical building and call it church. Meanwhile, God has never lived there. Why are you looking at me like that?
Don't break the table, obviously.
Not only break, I will burn it to ashes. He doesn't live in buildings.
Let's see what God is doing with the Ark Project. It's the largest church sanctuary facility on the earth today, sir.
For the first 1,000 years of the church, go and study church history. There was no building called church. For the first 1,000 years of church. So buildings called church are our innovations.
This is a tabernacle of rescue after the order of the Ark of Noah, to preserve the generation of believers.
From the book of Acts right to 1,000 years of the church of Jesus on earth, nobody owned a building called church. They went to the synagogues, they went to the temple, which were public spaces like town hall. They met there on Saturdays, and after that they left, and the synagogue was used for other things.
But God chose the tribe of Judah, the Mount Zion, which he loved. What did he do here? And he built his sanctuary like the earth, which he has established forever. And the glory of this later house shall be greater than the former, said the Lord of hosts. And in this place will I give peace, said the Lord of hosts.
You know, with the knowledge I have now, if I were to build a church again, I won't build a church. With the knowledge I have now, if we are to rewind the clock of time, I won't build this. I'll build a shopping mall, rent out all the shops, make money, put a conference room inside, make money. Then church will use it once a week. If I was to reverse the clock of time, because this building is a waste. We only gather here on Sunday. Monday to Saturday is empty. Nobody is using the space. We could have been making money here all the week long. And on Sunday we use it for 5 hours and rent it out the rest of the day, still making money. And then we use the money for television broadcast. We use the money for radio broadcast to push the message to the people that Jesus wants to live inside. Because he's not living here. Have you not read where Jesus came and they were buying and selling inside? So that means the synagogues were used for buying and selling when it was not Sabbath. So why did Jesus drive them? Because he was teaching a lesson. He drove them to say, look, a place called the church is not a place for merchandise. Buy bangle, buy olive oil, buy holy water. Dr. Gabriel, is it not me and you that went to Uganda? They told us that their church is selling holy tomatoes, holy rice. If you buy any rice in that town that is not from that church, it's not holy. So everybody is buying holy rice in bags, holy tomatoes in bags. Business center in Uganda. My house shall be called a house of prayer for all nations, but you have turned it into a den of thieves, a place of merchandise. I'm teaching good. So we used to think that the church is a building. So somewhere in your mind, you may not really know what the ecclesia is. And you know, most of us, what we have are the things we used to know. And it's difficult not to know them again because they've been long established in our minds. Just like the yellow book of Jehovah wickedness.
During a ministers' conference held in Akwa Ibom State by Dr. Damina, he has sparked the engine again. He has touched the lion's tail again, or will you say he has scrambled it? He revealed that one of the fathers that pioneered the building of the mega church of Noah Auditorium in modern day Nigeria with no impending flood has now made a U-turn. And when we pulled out our lenses, we found out that it was Bishop David Abioye, who was the right-hand man of Bishop Oyedepo, whose recent retirement sparked a lot of controversy among fans and followers of Winners Chapel. Let's listen to what Dr. Damina said as he exposed again the consequences of the craze for mega churches without the teaching of sound doctrine that will last for many generations.
Men are rising all over the world just by listening to what I teach. Just by listening without my supervision, ministers are rising. When your doctrine is sound, it will never die. Even years after you're gone, that message, people will be feeding on it. None of us have met E.W. Kenyon. None of us have met E.W. Kenyon. None of us have met it, but his books are still alive. You buy and buy, people will collect. You buy, people will collect. You buy, people will collect. Because sound doctrine never dies. Kenneth Hagin said when the healing miracle people were doing all their healing miracles in 1947, 48, 49, 50, 51, 50 something, he wasn't doing healing miracles. He was doing Bible teaching. He looked like a JJC among them. They were doing healing miracles. A.A. Allen, Jack Cole, and all of them. They were doing healing miracles all over the place. They gathered stadiums, packed stadiums. Hagin said no, he didn't have crowd, but he had the word. He said he looked at all these healing preachers. He told them, many years after you're gone, my ministry will still be here. My impact will still be here. Many years after all of you are forgotten. Today, they are all forgotten. Nobody is talking about their miracles. But every sound teacher of God's word, in one way or the other, has been affected by Kenneth Hagin materials. And those materials are still alive. Enter my office, all my shelves is Kenneth Hagin teachings. All over the place, both audio, video, books, magazines, all over. Every sound Bible theologian you meet today will not speak much without making reference to Kenneth Hagin somewhere. And we are passing it on. We are passing it on. So many years down the line, Kenneth Hagin will still be speaking while dead. But there were people that packed stadiums. Nobody remembers them. There were people that packed stadiums, healing miracles day and night. Thousands all over the world. There was a place called City of Zion. City of Zion. 50,000 seater. Alexander Dowie. He was the biggest preacher in the world then. He had a 50,000 seater back then. People travel from all over the world there. Today is a museum. The 50,000 seater is a museum. Nobody is there. People just go there for historical purposes. Are you hearing? One of the fathers told you, God didn't ask us to build churches. After they have built many, even some were built out of competition. Me, I will build 50,000. Me, my own is 100,000. My own is 120,000. After they got tired, he said, God didn't ask us to build churches. God asked us to build men. Because buildings will not go to heaven. It's men that will go to heaven.
How many members are taking correction from their pastors today? Why? He's a big man. He has money. If they rebuke him, he will withdraw his money from the church. If they rebuke him, his fat tithe being withdrawn will affect the church. Carry your tithe away. Carry your tithe away. If we rebuke him, the church building project may be altered. Did God send you to be building church? Those are sacred things. Did he send you? Did he call your mission church building? It's people building we are called to do. Building won't go to heaven. It is people that will go to heaven. Let's get back on our track. Let's get back. I'm pleading, admonishing, challenging pastors and leaders. Let's get back.
They don't break. They don't break. It's getting clearer now. that all this struggle to build mega. We should invest that energy in raising men. Buildings will forget you. Men will never forget. Go to England, all their cathedrals empty. Only retired old people come there once in a while to remember the good old days.